Okay, so we're talking to Karl Marginson, Trafford's manager. Karl, I suppose they don't give up, do they? Which is a great quality, and they've battled away and got an injury time goal to get the draw. What are your thoughts and views on the game today?
It's tough, very tough conditions. I thought Widnes, we've got to give credit to them because I thought the work rate, some very good players that I know from years back. Experienced and caused us problems. They were disciplined in the shape, and then when we got the goal, we found it. I thought we found it really difficult, to be honest. But we kept plugging away. You know, that's one of the qualities that any team that is looking to aspire to get up the table needs to be doing. We don't give up, like you just said, to be honest, I think we got our just rewards. I think a draw was a fair result in tough conditions for both sides, it must be said. Yeah, I thought it might be one of them days which, when you're down the bottom of the table, things tend to go against you, and that looked like it was going to be the case, especially when the substitution was made and our number 9s ended up coming off when the number 7's gone up. Yeah, I just couldn't understand that. So, you know, that's one of the things. I don't really talk to referees, but I had to question him on that one because surely they've got to make a record of who's leaving the field of play, and he just confirmed that he made a mistake. But it was all too late, and thankfully it's not hurt us that much.
Right. So the substitution was actually Mike Burke. Yeah. Going off rather than Niall Cummins.
Yeah. So we were looking at, yeah, you know, we were looking at getting Matty Wolfenden on there because you know we always feel like getting the ball into Niall and getting him on top of him is one of Karl's team's danger, and it was just one of them days I thought for Burke and for Rob Waddle. You know, they both had half decent possessions, and today it just didn't happen for them.
I think we started really brightly today, and then, as you say, Widnes perhaps got themselves comfortable into the game and started exercising a bit of muscle, and then the conditions took over. It started raining. We thought the rain was going to hold off. The wind didn't help. The pitch was heavy. So, as you say, the conditions weren't easy for either side.
No, and then you know, then that first goal was crucial, really. And I thought it was, for me, my memory, you know, they've got him down the left-hand side. It's just a little bit too easy. So I'll have a look at that back. You know, we're doing with the coaching staff and something we can work. And I think that's one of our things that we need to do. We're okay-ish in possession, even in, like, it was difficult today, and we weren't at our most fluid best. But when we're out of possession, we need to be a lot more better organised. You know, I think that's one of the dangers of being a little bit free-flowing. You're looking to create angles that then mean if it breaks down, you've quickly got to get back into shape, and I think that's something we need to work on.
Yeah. You mentioned in your programme notes, I think it's been a bit awkward because we had last week's game postponed. Yeah. So it's been 2 weeks since the game at Prescott, and obviously everybody's anxious to put that right, and it must be a bit awkward really for having to wait.
Yeah, it's difficult, but it's non-league football at the end of the day. That's what we deal with. You know, we're back on the road now. It's another point on the board. Positive. We're not on the bottom of the table because of the Hednesford result. I think we've gone up. Were we even bottom?
No, we were second from bottom. We're still second from bottom. Northwich drew as well today. So
I think they drew with each other.
Yeah, there's no change really.
It goes to show you that I don't even look at the tables. I'm looking at performances. I'm looking at attitudes, and we've got all the ingredients there to kick on. You know, we've got all the ingredients. We just need to bed a few lads in. Although we've signed quite a lot of experience. Getting to know each other and playing together takes a little bit of time, and I think that was evident today in some of the breakdowns in play. But we'll get there. You know, we've got a good week's training now ahead of a tough trip to Clitheroe next week. So we'll get them organised and go there with that feeling of, you know, when you score the last minute equaliser, it feels more like a win, to be honest.
It does, yeah.
So you know, that's certainly how it felt in the dressing room, and one that we'll continue to to harness over the next 7 days.
You mentioned there about new players. There was three more debutants today, and it must be a little bit difficult heading in so many new players over a period of time. But I must say on that, Scott Kay came back in today, and he looked assured and accomplished in there. He's been missing, big miss recently.
I think that's what definitely in the 2 games, you know, the Prescott game and the to remind me who we played, Kids Grove, the Kids Grove game. You could see that Scott's assured play. It kind of sets the tone for other players to settle down and enjoy the ball, and you know he gives us that. And you know, again today he was there, and I thought he was ably assisted with Danny Lambert. I thought Danny Lambert's, you know, he's like a little soldier in there, and he gets about the place and gets us ticking over, and that enables some of the other lads to go and get on the ball and create the angles to try and cause problems. Like I say, today it wasn't really their day, whether that be conditions, whether, you know, whatever reason that is. But we were able to make substitutions, and luckily you've got, you know, a young lad who we've just brought in from Rotherham United, always a Widnes lad. Kanye has gone and got a crucial equaliser for us, you know, on his 19th birthday. So
he'll be having a good birthday tonight.
Yeah, I hope so.
I thought Tom Becket had a good game as well. He seems to have been settled in. He got his award for November's Player of the Month from the Supporters Club before the game, and he had a really good performance.
Quite rightly, and you know, on another day, absolutely a fantastic piece of skill that produces a great curling shot into the top corner, and where the lad appeared from, I don't know, to head it off the line. You know, and that would have been 4 in 4. For a young lad to come in at you know, probably untested at this level and show what he's shown, you know, is great. You know, great for Tom, and it shows that he's got the right kind of minerals to kick on and have a, you know, a decent amount of playing time.
There's lots of positives, and I think the big one for those of us watching in the crowd was, as you say, that last minute equaliser does feel like a winner, and it sends everyone home with a boost. And we've got Clitheroe away next week. It'll be a tough game. They were here today scouting,
okay.
But I'm sure that.
I'm sure it'll be a different game. Yeah, it'll be a totally different game. But away from home for the kick-off, you know, that it all is the pressure on them. I think so. You know, the budget that they must have to attract the players that they've got. You know, and the position where they are in the league, they've got to keep them results going. You know, we're at a different juncture, if you like, in respect of we've now, you know, got to get back on track after a couple of defeats. Getting a point today is a real positive. We've got to take that into the game and make it as difficult as we can when we get there.
And then the supporters have got a coach going. There's almost 50 of them all booked on it now. Brilliant. So everyone's looking forward to that, Karl. Thank you for speaking to us again.
Problem.
Enjoy your evening.
Thanks very much.
Cheers.
Pete. Thanks.